Welcome to the Ska History Hour with your hosts, Jose Rojas
Hello.
and myself, Daryl Rubio, wherein the purpose of this channel is to spread awareness of ska music and its subgenres to the world. Our guests today are part of the Supernova team, founder and creator of the festival, Tim Receuver. Master of Ceremonies, we have Dunia Best of Rude Girl Review, Dunia Aram, and other fame. Junior Francis of the Reggae Connection on KSPC, as well as the history of LA Ska, and Ska Mania now also. And we're just missing Mike. So hopefully, we don't know if Mike's going to pop in, but Mike's the sound engineer of the festival, including Sergeant Skag fame, Mike DeMatteo. Everyone, we appreciate the time you're taking to speak with us, to share your stories and your music with the ska community. Can you tell us a little bit about each one of yourselves and how you started in the ska scene?
Would you
I'll
like to
go.
go first, Dunia?
I could go first. Yeah, so let's see. I'm also the president of the Supernova Alliance, which is
Oh, missed
the
that one.
nonprofit that is helping to fund, beverages and alternate things for the festival. And how did I get started in ska? I was in the Slackers in 1990, 91, maybe 91. I totally don't remember. Yeah, and that was my the band I started in, and then I started at Agent 99, and it's been a crazy, bumpy, crazy road since then.
Good to have you.
Yeah, and I got into it in Japan and lived there for 3 years and got into about 1994. Like visited a record store, didn't know what it was, and left with a stack of records. And anyway, came back to the United States with a huge stack of records, and it hasn't stopped yet.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Well, I was born in Jamaica, and so I'm not sure if I got into it or it got into me.
There it
The
is.
I,
DNA.
I, I guess he got hold of me because I still love the big band sound. That's my favorite ska orchestra type setting with
Yeah.
horns. So
Mhm.
I guess he got into me since I've seen the evolution over the years and still have still my first love is ska.
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you.
Now, Tim, I would like to know how do you choose or decide the different bands for each year, and how do you balance between the classic ska legends and ska punk bands and new acts?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is, we do have like some recurring bands that we have, like Root Girl Review and Pie
Listener.
Tasters and those kind of bands that they're good friends and we try to have them on every year. And then like you said, like we try to balance like the first wave, and we're working on some of that now, adding some more of that into that, and the ska core stuff like the Voodoo Glow Skulls and Ocho Calacas, and anyway, and then everything kind of in between. So anyway, trying to make it something that everybody can kind of come and find something like in there, and not have it be too watered down, but anyway, just a nice mix each day.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
Thank you.
Great mix. Great mix. Yeah.
Now, we see that the Supernova International Ska Festival started in 2014 under the name the Brewfest, I believe, in Fredericksburg, Virginia. Then 2015 was renamed to the 2015 Virginia Ska Festival. Then in 2017 is when it was renamed to its current name, Supernova Ska Festival, now in Fort Monroe. Can you tell us how this whole festival came about, your thoughts on creating it and what it's become and all that?
Yeah, I mean, it started as the worst name ever, which is the Brewfest, and I think in Fredericksburg there was already something called the Brewfest there that was like very confusing on top of everything else. So we just did a 1 day festival at the time with Chris Murray was there and the Pie Tasters and the anyway it was some of the bands we've had since the very beginning. Tim Hildebrand was there in the Snails. and he's in Catbite now, and the next year we wanted to make it more of a ska focused theme, change the name because it was needed to be changed, and Virginia Ska Fest was kind of born out of that and made it a 2-day festival. And then we had we were having it at a brewery, and the owner passed away like in 2016. So we decided, let's take a year off and just think about what we want to do and if we want to keep going with this. And that's when we moved it to a big fairgrounds, and we had Derek Morgan and the Skints, and they kind of take it to a new level. And Supernova is kind of a nod. Nova is Northern Virginia for people in the DC area, and we were kind of in Northern Virginia, so that's like we're in Southern Virginia now, which doesn't make any sense at all. But Supernova is already it's all branded, so that's kind of where we got it going to another level, and then we moved it down to Fort Monroe on the beach back in 2021, like right after COVID.
And we is you and your wife April, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Got it. Amazing location, except for the flies, the biting flies.
Did you come last year?
No, Jose was there last year. I was there the year before.
So we found out if you have 30-mile-an-hour winds, the flies go away.
Yeah, there was no flies last night. There was so much wind last night.
It's a trade-off. I don't know if there's somewhere in between.
And it certainly was windy last year.
Yes, it was.
Oh my God. It's outrageous.
Yeah.
It made good for good people with long hair, it's like kind of iconic pictures that we came out of that.
Everybody's doing Beyonce, like whoosh.
It was.
So I got a question for the MCs. How do you guys prepare for the Supernova this year? Or for Junior last year's?
Well, I think that we tried to send little surveys around to the bands to ask them if there was anything special that we wanted to say, they wanted us to say. That was not entirely successful.
Oh.
Because you're dealing with bands.
Yeah, except for
everyone's busy.
Yeah, exactly. There were a couple of bands. I think Eastern Standard Time had a really great intro that they wrote that I read. It was so much fun. Yeah, I don't know. What did you do, Junior? Anything?
Well, for you, Denny, it's much easier because you seem to know 90% of the bands there. And so
I knew, and last year I did.
Yes. So for me, it's more challenging. I have to do more homework. So that's essentially how I prepare.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Homework.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Tim, we want to circle back to you. Lots of lineup changes every year, and having to find replacement bands. Tell us about the obstacles that you got to face with that, and do you normally have backup bands ahead of time just in case, like 1, 2, 3? Please let us know about that while Mike comes on.
Hey.
Yeah. I was going to tell you, Mike just finished tennis. He's on his way in.
Yeah. Nice. I wonder who won.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We hear you, Mike.
Well, you can't see me because I got to drive, but
Okay.
Oh, that's valid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for the obstacles, normally we have visa issues. Like we get things in sometimes late, or there's a lot of questions, or a band is coming in from Hungary and it's got 12 members, and there's a lot of questions from the immigration people, and we don't get it done in time. But this year we anticipated some massive visa issues, lengthy delays, and all the visas were in in March and April this year, which normally gives us plenty of time, and it's still nothing was processed this year. We're probably missing, I think 7 bands is where we are now. Like we're switching out. Some we've got bands in mind, if something falls apart. And so far we've been kind of rolling with the punches. We've added Voodoo Glow Skulls in the last couple weeks. We've added the Slow Gherkin that we talked about earlier, Killer Diller, Doom Stompers, Joker's Republic, and we've got a couple more surprises. I don't want to say it just in case it doesn't come through, but we got 2 bands that should be adding like tomorrow or the next day. It's kind of in the Jamaican vibe that I think people will enjoy. But anyway, I think it's the bands have been great. Like we reach out to them about filling spots, and they've really kind of bands that we've talked to through the years anyway. But the Killer Diller, we see that the Michigan ska people are so great and supportive, and that band's been hustling like crazy. And Joker's Republic, you see them all over, and they're always opening up, and they're helping with things. And anyway, it's good to give them a slot and get them in there in a band like the Doom Stompers. It's just getting started, but it got a ton of energy, and a lot of people already seeing them live and saying how great they are, and can't wait to see them either. So
yeah, I was really looking forward to seeing Lollipop Laurie.
Oh yes,
same.
yes.
I've been
Yeah.
a fan now
Yeah.
for quite some time, but I
Yes,
guess
it's a bummer. They've not played the US at
Yeah,
all
that
before,
would've been
and so
great.
we were like we put them on in like January, and we had all their paperwork because we knew Russia was going to be an issue for sure, and got that in early. And yeah, anyway, it's a shame. And
yeah, we probably will never get to see them here, given the way things are going.
yeah, what we're trying to do is like the bands that we've already put the visas in for this year, and they're probably going to take so long that we can probably roll them into next year. I'm not sure if that's a possibility, but that's what we've talked to with the bands. If
Mhm.
they say they come in like October, November, we can just say like, we'll just put them in for 2026
Yeah,
and see
that's
how
smart.
that.
That's a really
Mhm.
good idea,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. Roll it
So
over.
so just to piggyback on that, normally do you have when you have the bands lined up for some that may not make it, are they just on hold thinking, okay, hopefully they'll call me. Hopefully.
Well, it's not something we want to get people. We don't want to get their hopes up. That's So we have a list, like people sign up like in the fall, like to be on the lineup. And so, we just have that list of, it's like usually like 600 or 700 bands.
Mm.
And so we have a few in mind, we just kind of highlight a few, like, okay, if something falls through, these are the ones that we want to reach out to. And, this time around, it's like the only ones that have declined are people that are on vacation, or they've got, somebody like the Boy Detective, we offered them, but they had a wedding going on for one of the
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
brothers. So, but, that's only, people have been really great about jumping in.
Got it.
Cool, cool.
So
Now I asked.
700 is a very extensive list. That means there's no shortage of bands.
There's
Yeah,
so many
True.
bands,
Yeah.
Wow,
a lot of bands.
700.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Now I asked the Scott community on Facebook, and John wanted to ask, uh, would it be too late to ask the Scoutlights to play this year since they're doing some touring right now?
This year we've got we've already offered one band, and if that doesn't work out, like we've got one spot left, and if that doesn't work out, then we're pivoting to one other band that we've already talked to just today. So I mean,
Okay.
we talked to them. It's somebody you all know too. So
Cool.
Let's get Mike in on here. I know you're probably on mute right now, Mike. Now,
Yo.
Mike, no, he's there. Awesome. Now, Mike, how did you come into handling sound for Supernova?
Well, on the sound side, really the real sound guys are Showtime Sound and Mark Chauvin and his crew on the actual house sound. But I don't know. Let's see. I don't really remember what year, Tim, with Spring Hill Jack when it was the Virginia Ska Fest.
2015, 15.
2015. And that's when I met Tim. And then 2018, Scagnetti played when we came back. And then Tim and I had kept in touch, and I was like, we should live stream this thing. What do you think of that dumb idea? and make more work for us. And we thought about it, and then we hit the pandemic. And coming out of the pandemic, it was like, dude, there's no time like now to do it because, people were still nervous to come out, and we knew we had good ticket sales, but there was definitely a lot of people that, would have wanted to come out that couldn't. So we kind of just jumped in and said, let's shoestring this together. We did have a couple of small sponsors, and then, we just put it out on a platform called Mandolin, and people signed up and bought tickets. And, I don't think we I don't think we lost too much money, but we got a really good product. And, from my aspect, being able to come out there, uh, use 5 or 6 cameras, and we multi-track the audio, of which we then released a Toasters, Pie Tasters, and Mephistopheles record live from Supernova. And we got a really good product out of the records, and we got a really good product out of the live stream. So for me, it was just really like, I don't know, it's kind of a dream come true when you get to do stuff with the people you like and the music you love, and then you also get to do your career. And I don't get to direct many 6 camera shoots, so for me it was like, all right, let's test and see if I still have those skills.
Amazing.
That is.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Brilliant ideas.
It
Now-
really came out great, Mikey.
Yeah, because I know quite a few
Thanks. And
people
now
watched last year.
I don't know, Tim, did we let the cat out of the bag yet?
Yeah, might as well. It's gonna come out
Might
this
as
week
well.
anyway.
All right, well, we're streaming.
Yay!
We're going to be on veeps.com, and they picked up the festival, and we've kind of established a really good relationship right now. So you'll start seeing promo. And
Nice.
I think it's big for us because, one, I mean, it's Veeps, the Madden brothers kind of spearhead that thing, and it's huge in the music scene, and they really understand streaming, and they understand wanting to put out a good product. And we're going back to a platform. When we had
Right.
Mandolin, they went out of business, but actually Veeps bought them, and then we were platform less, and it makes it so much better from our aspect on the tech side. But then on the viewer side, it gives them this platform to share, chat with each other. It makes it easily manageable. Veeps will take care of any of your issues that you have. If
Great.
you're logging on or something's slow, and you don't have to, email us, and God knows if I could even get to it because obviously we're streaming. So I think it's going to make it better. I think it's going to give it a larger reach being on such a big platform. And hopefully it starts this, really good relationship we have with Veeps. So as we keep growing, we can keep growing it bigger with the help of some good partners.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Nice.
Amazing.
Yes.
Way to go.
Appreciate it.
I got another question for the MCs. How do you choose your set list or your the records that you spin for this long weekend?
As it turned out, I won't be spinning. I'll just be talking nonsense
Oh,
on
just
stage
oh.
along with Dunia. Right.
Yeah, there are
So
real
we bring
DJs
the
coming on.
bands on stage.
Oh,
Make
okay.
Yeah.
announcements. We make announcements, public service announcements,
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
and hard fights if
Pump up
there's
the
any.
audience.
Okay.
Oh God. Yeah,
I
but
think
there are going to be a couple of DJs representing.
Oh, okay.
I think Tim, you got Josh Coots, Junior Ska Boss, coming in, right?
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
He'll be there. Soon come, like I don't know, 100 decibels, if that rings a bell, out of Philly. He'll be there. Chuck Wren will be there from Jump Up Records.
Yeah, he's well.
Okay.
We've got
Oh, Kebul on Empress Sounds.
yeah, she'll be there. Like she's in Virgin Islands, and anyway, she's in Hampton a lot too. And I forget the full Baroque sound system. Like it's another one that that'll be here. Anyway, there's no shortage for sure. And we've got a nonprofit stage that we're working on this year, so we'll have some DJs on that stage as well.
Okay. Cool.
Like a third stage we're working on.
Yeah, like the two-stage setup. You go from band to band, band to band, band to band all day long. Yeah.
We were doing like an education tent last year and book talks, and Aram was running that, Dania's husband, and was doing a really great job. And Eric Abbey, they were taking care of all that last year and doing great things with a tent. And anyway, we decided to put that into get a sound system, get a stage out there this year, make it a little bit more prominent and easier to use than in case it gets a little bit bigger. So we'll see how it all goes this year. But anyway, just trying to give them more resources for that side.
And this year, there's also going to be the same type of tent with bands and fan interviews. Is that correct? Something similar to that?
The big band merch tent.
Well, no, that I may have heard incorrectly, but that you're going to have an area where fans will ask questions to the bands, and podcasters can interview them. Am I incorrect, or am I
I mean, that can
starting
be
something
anywhere.
that should happen?
There'll be tent. I mean, sorry, April's telling me that in the Jamaica tent maybe.
Okay.
That there's
right, because we
space for that, though.
we asked Alpheus for an interview, and he'd rather do it in person. So we were thinking that we were going to do some of the band interviews there, something simple for the ones that actually wanted it there, and not something in this type of platform.
Oh.
Yeah,
that can be done backstage, right?
Yeah, we could do that backstage.
Yeah, there were some interviews. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
Yeah, there were interviews done backstage. Quite a few people talked to the musicians.
Kind of like the Skagazine did at the last another festival where they interviewed them on in person.
Yeah, they did that
from a production end.
Jamaica tent. There's In Defense of Ska was doing.
Oh,
Mike
that's
had set them up a
what's
separate
going on.
unit. Yeah, 2023.
Yeah, but on a production end, if you have a press pass and you want to interview bands and you have your own gear, feel free, go ahead, book it. We tried to do the thing with, we tried to do that stuff with In Defense of Ska, and it worked. We got it up and running, but it was a little bit on the personnel, so it's better this way though too, because then you guys are able to interact with the artists and get the content you want.
Yep.
I don't need to have any influence or tech stuff on that. We've got enough going on over here, but it helps if other people do it, because that's more content for the festival, more promotion, and for each and everybody's podcast.
Right. Yep.
You want to ask something next?
Go ahead.
Okay. So, Mike, is there going to be any future live recordings of Supernova that we can expect?
Can expect? I don't know. There's a lot in the coffers, and we have a lot of recordings. And basically, the way Tim and I look at it is, we put out the last records. There was a lot of capital that came out of my pockets to do it, which I was glad to. I've still got a lot of records, so if you want to buy some, I know you can't see my face, but it's all sweaty after playing tennis. But we're going to probably put up a deal for people that are logging onto the live stream and other places where you can get these records, because I want to get them in the hands of people because they sound great. But we have a lot of bands. So if there's any record labels out there, if there's any people that want to do these things, there could be a deal worked out where Tim and I and Greg, our engineer, produce the record, we get it mixed, and then somebody else can release it under certain guidelines of, what we want to say on it and what we want it to be titled. But really, we would be looking for partners, because we have a ton of music and not all of it could get out unless we have some help.
And I would like to step up as Skating Force Media.
All right. Well, we'll have that conversation. I think we hinted at the other day.
Yeah.
So is it challenging, Mike, to get the rights from the artists?
Not usually.
Oh,
I mean,
nice. Wonderful.
If it's somebody like Tokyo Ska Paradise Orchestra, anybody that's on a label, especially like even over there, they're on a major. So it is tough to get certain rights to songs and some of the covers. But usually, like with Mephistopheles, Pie Tasters, and Toasters, I mean, we know those guys. We have a pretty good relationship with them. So it's just like, hey, man, you guys want to do this? And, the deal ends up being pretty simple.
Excellent.
But yeah, I mean, there could be some label things, but usually not, Tokyo, yes, but other bands, it shouldn't be a problem.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Well, like the Calamatics are on Hellcat, so that could, present.
Are you saying you want us to record the Calamatics? Because that might be on the list.
I'm already dealing with. I have I have my own ska festival the next month after, and they're playing. But I've been dealing with their booking agent in regards to sound, and um, so it's a little trickier than than people think.
Mm.
Oh, ask Tim.
Yeah, I know. I don't have to. I don't have to tell
We got
him. He's preaching to the
we
choir
got
there.
some sound specifications that maybe we have to pull it off at the last minute, and it helps when, for my day job, I do a lot of sound and video, so we can hunt things down and make everybody happy. But this year looks like it should be. I'm looking for wood to knock on, but knock on wood, should be a little bit easier to get the things we need. I mean, in some years, like when Tokyo comes to America, like, number one, they're not messing around. Two, you don't want to mess around. And so you've got to get this gear, but like that's a lot of in-ear monitors and a lot of wireless. So like even the house
Mm.
sound guys and the monitor engineers, like it's a lot of coordination, because usually Showtime's got a lot of gear out on other shows and other things that they're doing. And to find and source that kind of heavy wireless, a lot of times it's on the road. So I've got to go to third or fourth parties or bring it down from
Wow.
Connecticut from somebody I know. And then I got to get it to the, house sound guys, that whole crew. Then they got to plug it in right. And then you know, it's tough. And there's a lot of gear back there. Like I remember um, the selector, we had one extra ear set that was in a different box, and I gave it to the guys, and it kind of got lost in the shuffle. And then I heard rumor that, you know, they didn't have their in-ear, and Tim was like, meet me here. And I met him here, and I was like, wait, I gave it to him. I saw it over there. Let me run it. I'm just running back and forth. I grab the box, get it to the guys, and boom, everything's good. But it gets confusing. It gets hectic with that much sound gear. And we're ska bands, not a lot of 4-piece bands or 3-piece bands. So you're talking about a lot of inputs, a lot of chaos, and a lot of microphones. And in Tokyo's case, a lot of in-ears and a lot of wireless. So that's where having a good sound company, and one that, Tim and I and our guy Greg get along with and can work with, it makes it easier when things get absolutely chaotic and there's a lot of, screaming or yelling, but in a good way. But you kind of get it done before it gets to the level of real chaos and problems.
Then and if you for the live recordings, the band's got to approve of what it
Yeah.
sounds like too.
Yeah.
So that is surely the case. And that's the thing about doing live records, is it could be great, and then all of a sudden something flubs in a song. But we take those records, I mean, so we multi-track everything pre-fade. So we split it with the stage and the monitor. So we're getting a clean signal, and we take that back and we basically remix the whole album. So we're not taking any live sounds besides amps. We're taking it direct. So we have a clean signal. So even if there's some sort of feedback, usually we can get away with editing it out. Greg goes above and beyond. Greg DeCross is one of the best engineers. He could engineer anywhere. He engineers here in New Haven, Connecticut. So when we do Sergeant Skag records, it's great because he's right here. But he goes in and he meticulously edits things. So listen, we did a Sergeant Skag live from Supernova 2023 that's coming out, and there were some flub notes by yours truly, and Greg just fixes them. Or he grabs another note from another section where I played it right and puts it in there. So yeah, we will do that because you're not sacrificing. It's not like you're replacing the whole thing or auto-tuning all the vocals. You're playing with what you got to play with to get the essence of the recording. But occasionally you got to fix a note, or occasionally you have a song that the bass cab started crapping out, and midway through the song they fixed it. So you take that one out of the set list, and then we edit it together so it sounds like an entire set, because you can only fit so much on vinyl, and the sets are usually longer than the vinyl. So you have a couple of shots that you can get wrong, and just throw those songs away, and then edit things together to make it sound one set.
No, I'm really interested in hearing their mix.
Come back, Junior. Come back. We might be doing we might be doing some I say dumb, but like more work for Greg and I is we may actually have 2 recording devices to get both stages. And then maybe if we get things locked in Saturday, we might play around with actually doing our own live stream mix sans the house mix so that the people there will hear the house mix. But when we mix out live to the air on the stream, Greg and I might be doing that mix from scratch from us.
Wow.
If we can.
Wow,
if we get comfortable with having enough stuff locked in, because it's chaos behind the scenes. So if you want to see it, come sit back with us in the tent and watch us go crazy.
No, I'm really excited.
I will openly admit that's like my happy places behind the boards of any kind of production.
Well, come along, because I think I might be bringing a bigger monitor so people can watch it on a bigger screen while we're yelling and screaming back there.
That's really cool.
Nice. So for the MCs again, what crucial items do you bring for the Supernova?
I bring changes of clothes so that it doesn't to keep it interesting for the people.
Nice. Junor?
I just changed once a day, but
because Junor never sweats.
Looks dapper,
right? He's cool.
He's a cool cat. Now let me piggyback on that also. Junor, how many times have you been MC for Supernova?
Oh, this is my second year.
Second year, and Dunia,
yes, my second.
Yeah, this is only my second year also.
Second year also. Okay, perfect.
Right.
Now I know Junor, since we're from Southern California too, and I see you a lot. You have made a lot of connections with a lot of the reggae legends over the years. You and Eric, of course. Is it you helping out Tim to get some of these connections, or he's helps you out with some of these things? It seems like you guys have a good flow in regards to getting some of these great bands from yesteryear.
My help was minimum last year with Pioneers. Someone asked me, and then I made a connection, and that was it. No, previous years, no. When Derek is performing, we have a fairly good working relationship. He'll let me know he's in Virginia, how far is it if I'm coming, that sort of stuff. But minimal help.
Okay.
So do you have any funny or behind the scenes stories about working with the artists? For example, like a language mix up or on stage mishaps?
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the most challenging is to remember who I'm introducing.
Write it on your hand.
Because especially the way the stage is set up. So it's outro and intro. So it was a bit challenging last year.
Yeah, you're gonna perfect.
Otherwise, and then I had it's Dunia and I, so she picked up the slack.
Nice.
Yeah, we were able to like share a brain when it came to that kind of thing. It was cool. I'm trying to think of funny stories. Last year it was very smooth, actually, compared to the year before, where I wasn't emceeing, but the year before was like it got a little bit exciting backstage here and there. But last year was very smooth, actually.
Cool. Yeah, and you're doing kind of double duties because are you going to be introducing your own band?
Possibly.
That's where I come in. I think you were in 2 bands last year, so
yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many bands are you in this year?
This year, just one so far.
Just one.
So far.
We'll see how it goes. I keep trying to get Eastern Standard Time to let me sit in. I really enjoy playing with them. I know, right? I really like playing with them.
I can't imagine them saying no.
It depends on what the set is and what I can pick up on and da 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 da.
Welcome. Oh, there's Mike.
Hey, there's his face.
Look, we can see him.
Hey.
Now he's gone. Oh, he's back.
I mean, I'm in a parking lot, like a literal parking lot, and somebody pulls up in a car and has their speaker on so loud. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Why you parked right next to me? There's 88 other spots. So
it's because of your magnetic personality.
today was not
They
magnetic.
Oh,
today on the tennis court, get away from me because I was throwing things, yelling.
He's doing
John
the
McEnroeing it up.
That is correct. That's a good reference. That's my guy.
Did he win at all? Or
I won. Yeah, we switched teams, but I won one set.
Okay.
Nice.
And my first service game was great, and my last service game was great. And then in between, what does it matter?
Literally.
Yeah.
All it matters. How you begin, how you end.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Did I say you guys how
I was hoping that we would spend more time talking about some of the bands for the benefit of the people who are attending.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about some of the bands.
Which ones do you like?
So let's because I know you don't have all of the days solidified yet. We could go through? I know you probably have the list, Tim, of the bands for each day, and then I think the festival really starts on Thursday evening. Is that correct?
We have a pre-party. We're getting ready to announce the new like we were supposed to have a rockers event, and then obviously visas. But we are still going to have kind of a rockers inspired event. We're at the beach, Paradise Ocean Club. It's going to be a charity event for the Supernova Alliance, and we've been planning this event with Chris Murray, the Chris Murray All Stars, we're calling it. But it's going to be Chris Murray's putting together this kind of rock steady reggae night at the beach, and Kreese from the Agrolites will be the drummer. We're going to have Lloyd Parks, the legendary bassist there, and then we should have Errol Dunkley there as well. So it should be a really great night. I think we're going to make it like $19.99 or something like that to come out for 4 or 5 hours at the beach. It's right on the water, anyway. It's kind of a chill thing, and then we're going to just show the Rockers movie on top of that when it gets dark.
That's kind of a separate location from where the festival is being held?
It's about a half mile away.
Ah, okay.
It's further down the beach. It's right on the water.
General vicinity, right?
Yeah, it's really close.
And what's the dealio with Errol Dunkley?
What was that?
What's the deal with Errol?
It's going to be the September 11th, and then he'll be there on the 12th as well.
So he's definitely coming.
Yeah, he'll be there at the main festival too. We're going to do
fantastic.
I still got to figure out what it looks like with this manager, but it's we were going to do like a Lloyd Park set, and then Errol's coming now, so it's like, do we do them both? And then Errol's gave us a list of songs he wants to sing, and anyway, it'll
so
be
Lloyd
great,
Parks
no matter how much.
Only on Thursday night rather. I'm sorry, Lloyd Parks.
Both Thursday and Friday night.
Right. So we get
so exciting.
Yeah,
it'll be great. You guys will never believe that the festival isn't locked in yet. Who could believe that? No way.
Oh my gosh. Normally it's locked in, like last year was locked in March pretty much. Like this year.
We did have good, yeah. But the beach, the Rockers movie, I mean.
I'm so excited for that.
Yes.
That's my goal, is to get everything set up so I can go enjoy that.
Yeah.
Sit on the beach and do nothing and watch the movie.
I just love outdoor movies anyway. It's such a historic movie. It's such an important movie. And I'm hoping that the younger ska fans will come and hang out and see that too, because it's so formative and so seminal to so much of the music that we all love,
I think in terms of sale, a Jamaican movie, I think it runs second to The Harder They Come. So it's way
Agreed.
up.
Yeah. Agreed.
Way up with popularity. And the soundtrack is awesome.
The soundtrack is so awesome.
And no matter how many times I see it, I still need the subtitles on there.
Yeah, right? Because they're country.
Harder They Come, I don't really need them on that as much. Rockers, I still need subtitles, but I like Rockers better myself.
Now, Tim, are you part of the after parties? Is that your thing, or is it the bands that do that?
I do. Well, I do the the Thursday night we're doing the charity event. So that when all the funds for that go to Supernova Alliance for Music Education, and then Friday and Saturday are going to be at the Vanguard, and those we do as well. So it's going to be Friday night is Jersey versus Connecticut. You're not going to believe this. Mike actually has a dog in the fight. He's a Connecticut guy. So we've got
the dog in the fight.
I mean, this is going to be the rare time where I actually have to choose a side that's not New York.
New York is fighting, like looking for.
Although I did live in Jersey, so
don't worry, we'll throw a few strays at New York, I guarantee.
Oh, I wish I could find I've got this giant like heavyweight belt though. It's all engraved. It's like really cool.
That's so amazing. I love that you did that.
Oh, actually, hang on.
Yeah, I mean,
what's that?
Like, hopefully everybody plays ball. Like, all we're doing is trying to take the piss at each other and, throw a few good singers and slingers and then play some kick-ass sets.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, and they're gonna be barn burner sets. Like, it's gonna be like, no one's gonna be getting an hour set, so they're gonna be like just gut punches straight through.
Nice.
Austin Spring Hill Jack versus Catch 22 and Hub City Stompers.
And what about your props this year? You already have those?
Oh, I mean, I can't let anything out of the bag, but there's two things for a Sergeant Skaggs set. I know at the event, the actual main stage, there's some lunacy going on. We didn't start the fire, okay? We didn't start it. It was started online. We saw what they were doing. Oh, there's the belt.
Oh, cool.
Oh my God.
That is so neat.
Dope.
It's like too bright to see it, but
I was going to say, it's like there's a lot of bling on it.
It's like a real thing. It's a super bling.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is killer.
This is like Brooklyn Nine-Nine level.
It's like,
wow.
It's massive.
It's a cummerbund.
Straight up WWE, which ironically is headquarters out of Stamford, Connecticut.
Oh, there it is.
So, not for
Gauntlet
nothing, the greatest
thrown.
wrestling organization in the world, in the history, right here in Stamford, Connecticut.
They're like, yeah, you know what? That belt belongs in Connecticut.
We'll see. But
how is it that is it the fan vote? How is that going to happen with the winner?
Decibel.
We're gonna have a decibel meter there.
Okay.
So
yeah,
we're doing an average of like the decibels of each, the two bands.
Yeah.
Okay.
So each band's got to kind of bring it. Like, can't have a slacker.
But we will have. Yeah, we will. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, that's what the Supernova community, but the online community, they get into a lot of trouble. Good trouble, bad trouble, any kind of trouble. But for the Sergeant Skaggs set, there was some stuff where even we talked about at practice and we were like, what's going on? Who's doing what? They're doing that? What the heck? Like, they're out of their minds. But that's a great idea. So we don't even have to do anything. But of course, we do have stuff. We have some obnoxious things that we're going to bring out. Nothing too obnoxious. I won't get yelled at. I'm not going to get yelled at. There will be no, I will not cross the line. I want to do fireworks. I can't. Okay. Just can't. April will send one of those fireworks right up.
Hold on. The after party is not on Fort Monroe property.
Oh, you can do
a
it.
Bad idea.
Oh, okay.
An after party.
That's a bad idea. In fact, I think they're sitting in the back.
Is that a good or bad idea? That means you have more freedom. Is that a good or bad idea?
I don't know if we have more freedom. I just think April's saying she won't get in trouble.
She's not in charge of it. Yeah.
I won't get in trouble with her, and that's fine. Now, Tim might get in trouble, but obviously April's like, well, whatever. But no, we have all our gags planned. But the Supernova community come up with a good one that we had no thought process, no instigation, no nothing. And we were like, wow, that's good. So there will be chaos on the Sergeant Skaggs set.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I'm very excited.
What I got from April telling you was to be on your best behavior.
No.
Yeah, that's exactly what I heard.
I heard she was Team Connecticut.
She'll say that numerous times.
That's precisely what I heard. I heard April say, wow, You're going to be the
I'm
best
Team
behaved.
Connecticut.
Team Connecticut.
I'm totally
Right.
Team Connecticut.
He
See,
likes
this is
pizza.
weird. Now we're getting along.
Uh
I might have a
oh.
little leeway. I might have a little leeway. I might have a little leash, before she
Yeah.
chokes me back.
Hi,
Starts
April.
yelling
How
at
are
me
you?
because I did something.
I just had to learn to put
Hi,
somebody
April.
on feeding Mike. After that, it's been fine.
Yeah.
Mike, he gets hangry. Like you got to keep him fed.
Oh.
I do.
So
I do.
I
That's
got a
for
Mike
sure.
handler.
You
She's
got
lovely.
somebody
Yeah.
just to feed Mike, and he's
That's
good to
really
go.
funny.
Well, last year I went to go get food for everybody, and I got like 2 boxes full of stuff, and I came out and there was so much wind, it like blew stuff in my face. Then I got it back and it blew off the table, and then it was yeah,
Mayhem.
yeah, I was losing
There
it.
was a lot of
So
wind.
No
It
flies though.
was.
No flies.
Nope.
Is that
Are
usually
you
the case?
going to have
Is it
wind this year?
always
Tim?
windy?
No.
Tim, are you going to have the
Oh,
wind this year?
I mean, there's a hurricane off the coast, like starting tomorrow, so we'll see.
Oh, okay.
You never know.
It
Special
won't
guest.
last 2 weeks.
I would
that's the
take
one
like
thing. If you're on the live stream and you see the camera shaking, that's not
The
the
wind.
operators. You know why? Because I figured out the hard way. I was like, hey guys, is the tripod too tight? Is it too like, let me get up there. And I got on the platform, which are like, probably almost 7 feet in the air. And I got up there and I was like, oh no, this is all good. You get up there. I'm not ever going up on that platform again. It's like, as
Wow.
soon as you get up on that platform, you're even with the beach. So the wind above everybody's head is so much heavier than even it is on the ground, because it slopes down. But when you get up there, I was like, yeah, I get it. Good. Okay, no problem. Shaky camera. That's what you deal with in the live world and outdoors. But yeah, man,
Dang.
it is not
I,
fun to stand on those platforms. So
but
everybody that
don't
gets
those
up on there,
doesn't the live stream look awesome though with those huge waves crashing behind the band?
Right.
yes,
Like
that's
like those look like the Mephistopheles set. It looks like
that.
something
Yeah,
out of the
that's my
Bible or
It's
favorite
like
one.
something.
epic.
It is pretty epic. Hey Smith, that's like the waves, like the way they shot the camera angles. It just looks like the waves are crashing right behind the stage. Even
Ooh.
though they're like a couple few hundred feet away.
Well, we're on by then we're on like a 600 to 800 millimeter lens, so it compresses everything in the background, and yeah, those waves. And then because they have the nets on the side, so you put an ND filter on, and everything is nothing's blown out, so you can see those waves nice and clear, and the band. It looks,
Ooh.
yeah, the Mephistopheles set. It started looking real good. There's that golden hour, like towards like
Yeah.
3 to like 6:30. In there, things start to really change, and that color comes out, and then you really get that beach effect.
The power of technology.
Yeah.
Hey Mike, should we tell them about the work we're doing? Like we started Denia's on our board, and we do the nonprofit work with Supernova Alliance. We've donated a lot of money over the years to Alpha Institute in Jamaica, but we started this up last year, and we've got some grants this year to do work with Hampton University, so the first HBCU in the U.S. We're bringing some of their students over and working with them on running the live stream for us this year. So the DeMatteo Foundation, named in honor of Mike's brother, and the Supernova Alliance are going to bring these kids in and work with them all weekend and train them up on, they work in audio visual already, but it's not something that they normally get to go and work for 40 hours on a live stream. It's, so it's like this hands-on work that they wouldn't have got. And anyway, it's like
Gonna be
Mike's put
so
this whole lesson
cool.
plan together, all these videos together, training videos, and they'll be out there all weekend, like helping us out with this too. So that's kind of
Amazing.
cool.
It's
We had them out.
super
I love that.
impressive.
We had them out last year, like, because we connected with one of their professors, Bobby Wright, and they came out, and I don't think they knew what they were getting into. And then when they get out there, like, we use a lot of volunteers, right? Like, we try and keep this production high production value, but low production costs, right? So we don't lose too much money, and hopefully make a little money to put back into the festival, right? But we have volunteers, and we've kind of got a nice little crew now of volunteers. But these kids came out, and I was just like, hey, come here, come here, come here. Go over there, do this, operate this camera, or hey, sit down at this live stream, or see, just hit this button. Like, it's not rocket science. Like, and then there'll be like people that bring their kids, like little 8, 9-year-old kids, and they're running around. So of course they come over, and then the parents are like, "Oh no, no, don't run in there." I'm like, "Yeah, run in here. Let's go. Sit here, sit here. Now watch what I do. I see this, see that shot. It's gonna go here." And next thing you know, the kid's pushing the buttons, and the parents are like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I get a break. The kids are doing something fun. My guys get a break, and these
It's the
kids are
best way to
learning the
learn.
stuff on the fly."
It's literally the best way to learn.
You know, and the college students this year, because we've got these grants and we have a little more time and a little more prep, like they're going to be in for like an oh shit moment. Like, oh wait, you really want me to like listen to this and like make sure something's right, and you want me to operate this camera? And the kids, you just see them turn on, like they're like, and now and it's like, hey, let me, this band's coming on, let me direct it. And they're like, no, 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 hold on. It's like, no, this is the band I want to actually direct. So you see that change happen because they're having fun.
Hands-on.
And it's hands-on. And yeah, you know, we're professional, obviously, but like, you're talking about a long day. So like, you miss a few shots here and there. The live stream audience isn't going to kill you. They're still hearing the music, right? So but it helps like develop that community. And for these students, like that real world is experience, even just for a weekend, can go so far to intriguing their minds and being like, oh, I really actually want to do this for a living, actually want to try and get into it. And now I understand what it takes to get there.
And that's a big challenge we face, bringing in younger generation into this scene. Very
Right.
challenging.
And
you know,
also giving back to this community that's like, you know, we're coming in and bringing all this stuff in and, you know, being noisy. And Hampton University, you know, this historic university is just right there, you know, like we need to know, like they need to know about us, we need to know about them. You know, it's like it's all around important and good. It just feels like a quadruple win, you know.
and I think the students, what they get out of it is, you know, when we were all young, you're into certain genres of music, and specifically like in that world of engineering and music production, you know, I think a lot of them go straight to hip hop, right? Because it's in their wheelhouse, HBCU, this is right. But when you can expand their minds, maybe they heard some of this music from their parents. Maybe they heard 90s hip hop. Maybe they heard some soul. Maybe they heard some reggae. But when you realize how many jobs are actually out there, there's not, you know, there's a lot in hip hop, but there's more in all this other music. And if you can just say, hey, look, I like music, I like to audio engineer, or I want to work in video, and I just want to do video, audio, and music, and it doesn't matter what genre, all of a sudden you realize like you can go on tour with a ska band or a punk band or a country band and tour the country, learn all this new stuff, and do what you love to do and get paid to do it. And then maybe you do find your way into hip hop or your favorite genre, whatever it is. But
Yeah.
like that gateway drug to get in is just the idea. I can go on the road with these bands, or I can make these shows happen, and I can have a part in that, and I get that intensity and that love. And it's like, yeah, who cares what kind of music is? And ironically, they come to see the music and they get it right
This
away.
also feeds into theater, television,
Right,
you know,
all of that.
commercials, film. I mean, all these skills are useful through across all media. And, you know, as online media becomes more and more sophisticated, these jobs are going to move there. I mean,
And
it's just like it's good for so many things.
and some of the kids will get baptized and stick with this music.
Yes, they will.
Right, exactly. And it's bringing that, like, I remember, like we're sitting there and they're watching Fishbone, like, and they're like, what in the world? I'm like, yeah, what in the world is this? That's exactly what you should say, because they're an anomaly. They're like this bunch of musicians that can play any style, will play any style. And you look at them and it's just, it's literally like chaos, and you love it. And you see them and you go, yeah, of course you like this, because why wouldn't you? Because it's got all the elements of things that you should like. Intensity, insanity, great music, and fun. And then for, in their aspect, they see somebody that looks like them playing,
Right.
this kind of rock and roll mixed with all these other genres, and all these things start clicking. And it's really fun to watch that. Just like when we all got into ska, when those clicks start to happen, or the crate digging starts to happen, or the go back in time starts to happen, it's magic. And that's what creates all these,
Yeah.
all us addicts, whether it's
Fishbone for
music,
sure
ska.
was my game
Right.
changer. They were
Right.
my game changer. Like when
So,
I first
whatever we
heard
can do
Fishbone, I was like,
to help this.
yeah.
Now, hopefully, the students are also getting college credits out of this.
Part of their class.
Yeah, it is a part of the
Yeah.
class.
Yeah, I mean, they're
What
going to
other
come down.
bands are what other bands
Sorry.
are coming through? I want to think about
I mean, these kids are coming out Thursday, too, to set up with us this year. So it's like
yeah,
no
so we're
joke.
gonna see that.
So how do
Yeah.
you create ideal conditions for the students to come to the festival, not just to volunteer, but attend? What kind of challenges you face? Perhaps that's for Tim.
Well, I think Tim, like the way
Maybe
you're attracting the local
discount.
community,
Mhm.
like the scavenger hunt is like a brilliant idea this year.
What
Yeah.
exactly is it?
We were trying to do get people that might not have come otherwise, and so we were partnering with the city and all local businesses like the art galleries and the record stores and things like
Mhm.
that, and we called it a scavenger hunt, like SKA
Ska.
scavenger hunt, like so
Scavenger
lame,
hunt.
but could not like pass it up. But if they they go to like the record stores and the bookstores, and they get stamps, and then they get a free day pass, or they get a free weekend pass if they
Oh,
go
cool.
to businesses.
Nice.
Yeah, and we're just doing like a local ad here, like a local trying to get people in the local community and involved here. So just maybe we get some new kids in, or some new people that might they might have liked it back in the 90s, or they've never heard of it, and just we might get some new people that way. So just trying to build our base a little bit in the local community. It turns out like everybody coming in, they're all coming in from outside the state. They're coming in from all over the country. They're not coming in from the Hampton Roads area. And every time we get done with it, people are like, "Why? I had no idea this was even happening. How do And so we're advertising on the radio. We had TV ads last year. We're trying, but just trying new ways that maybe people, busy people, maybe they might see it in a record store, they might see it in a bookstore on a weekend, and might give it a shot.
For one thing, the flyers is very, very catchy.
Yeah.
I love how Junior is asking some of the questions. He's so used to it on History of LA Ska.
Yeah, right.
Was that like a
Can't
couple
help
weeks
it.
ago, Junior? Wasn't it? It wasn't that long ago. We were on that.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
Yes.
that's awesome. I love their channel. They had me on once too, a few years back. It was great. I think Jose, is it you?
Sure, yeah. Like I can't wait for Out of Control Army. They're horngasmic, they say. A set they're gonna come with. Yeah.
Orgasmic. I love that.
Yeah, and then Os Calacas. But do you guys have any like favorite performances that stand out from the past, and why was it so special for you guys?
Well, I love the selector.
Oh yes,
So
oh,
that was
yes.
for me one of my personal highlights, even though I botched the intro a little bit. But
Got those nerves up there. Got those nerves.
well, because I was like trying to say something about gaps, but like Pauline was like, ugh,
Yeah, the timing was off.
and I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
well,
I'm
You
sorry.
really got pissed
And
off.
also, yeah, it was a long time till they got on, and I was like
Oh.
thinking too hard.
Yeah, she really was pissed off.
What's wrong with that?
Pauline and I have the same birth date.
Oh, that's
Not the same
cool.
year, but the same birthday.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Who
I had
else did I?
like when we went big the first time in like 2017, and I said this to Junior last time, is like we brought Greg Lee out, and it was the Agrolites and Greg Lee and the Pie Tasters all kind of got together and played like a Hepcat set, and we called it the Agro Pie Cats. But it was like the first time like I took a break all day for that. It was like a Friday, and anyway, like hearing that all hit at the same time on the big stage with the sound, and It was like really
That's
cool.
very
Like
exciting.
first time it like kind of sunk in.
Yeah, Greg is a big loss.
Hmm.
Oof,
Hmm.
But
that
I
is
I
still.
look at
It
it from a
is, yeah.
different perspective. Some of the sets, right? Because like I don't really get a chance to like do the music fan thing, right? Because I have a headset on, we're talking and we're directing cameras, but like when Tokyo came out, it's like we're not in a stadium, but they come out and it feels like a stadium, and it's like oh, like I better tighten up the act here and direct a good set, and like you get that energy, and when that energy's there, it's like it feels huge,
Yeah, when
and
when they come out, they erase everything that was before them. I'm sorry to say it like that.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
they just know. It's just like how to do it when and I think a lot of the bands,
Oh
no matter
man.
when they go on, like bands come
Yeah.
out and try and smoke each other live at
Yes, I saw that. I
Supernova.
saw that last year.
And
Oh, the
people will,
competition was fierce.
it's in good, clean fun, but
Mhm.
there is that friendly kind of competition. And how can we come out here and do this? And then, but when you see a band like Inspector, I mean, it was like, especially
Inspector,
because we're
they
not
were
used to
amazing.
seeing them. You're like, you get that face, that holy shit face. You're like, oh, okay, like this is like high level performance, and you realize that over there they're huge,
Mhm.
and when they come over here, just because it's a smaller crowd, they don't fake the funk. They're coming over with that. They're that level, and it's like, yeah, you could play them against any of these stadium acts, and they're gonna go rock that house. And like you heard crooning, like it's like I was just blown away. Like, okay, I mean, I want to now go to a show in their world, because I want to
Appa-
see that chaos, and I want to see that, like, oh yeah, this can be stadium, or yeah, there can be 10,000 people there,
Mhm.
right? Like ska. Yeah, ska.
Mexico
Yep.
City, man.
Hmm.
I
Mexico
was just
City is
talking
a.
to Eric Molina today. He was saying that the Out of Control Army, they're getting ready to do a set this weekend, and it's like 14,000, 15,000
Oh,
people.
wow.
Wow.
And they're in
Wow.
like a small stadium. Yeah, it's going to be huge.
That's
I feel
cool.
Amazing.
bad. They're
Hopefully you
coming to
can
our show
use
after that.
hopefully you can use some of the video to promote Supernova.
Yeah,
Mhm.
great.
Yeah, a couple of years ago when they played the Supernova Ska Fest, and when you announced them, that was what brought me there the most. And then I
Mm.
find out that they're playing back in LA or back
Yeah.
in Orange County when we're in Virginia. It's like, what the hell? But
They
Yeah.
got around a lot that year.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they did. Now, who are you most excited about, each one of you, to see this year? Unfortunately, from who's not able to make it. So who is able to be there?
Well, I'm kind of a traditionalist, so I really want to see the Cables. I remember when they came 1968 with Baby Y, the song sold so much that Coxsone Dad said he can't figure it out. Coxsone, the
Wow.
producer, he said, I can't figure this one out.
Mhm.
I think that's how they made their debut down here at Studio One. I really am looking forward to see them. I've seen them in concert. As a matter of fact, I brought them out here a couple of years ago.
Mm.
Wicked
Nice.
three-part harmonies. Yeah. Big
Ooh.
song, What Kind of World Are We Living? That's a masterpiece
Okay,
that's
yeah.
uh, beyond death, beyond description, just live forever. And it is so appropriate for the time that we're living in. What kind of world are we living in? So I'm really looking forward to see them among other bands. Of course, Errol Dunkley as well. And some of the other bands. Yeah.
Yeah, Junior, last time we talked, like you were like, "Oh, I can't wait to see Errol Dunkley," and it's like, he's not coming. I'm sorry.
Right.
And
So
now,
I'm
now
glad you
he's back
rectified that.
on, so he's back on
Yes,
for you.
I'm glad. Because he just put out a video that he's leaving Tokyo.
Yeah,
Last.
he's
Oh, wow.
they're adding some other set, like some other shows in Japan now, I guess, for him, and then he's going to be coming like straight from there to the U.S. to
How
Wow.
recent you talked to him? Because Stranger Called, he posted on Stranger Called page that he's leaving. He's cutting his tour short.
Yeah, he said he was leaving like 2 days ago, and like yesterday he said he was adding some dates or something.
Oh, okay. All right. Mhm.
If I'm not, I'm talking to his manager each day, so I'm like, yeah.
Right, right.
The cables, I agree with you 100%, Junior. Like last year, my April and I had like a really rough day, and like a very rough day, and Stewie Cables was in town, and we went to the bar with Stewie for like several hours, and like left there like he was such a breath of fresh air. Like, and the person that he hangs out with, KP, who manages Lionsbridge, was there. He was having a rough day, and anyway, after we all left, it was like we invited them to Supernova. It's like, can you get back together? Can we get it all, like, get the band and get everybody there? And anyway, they've been in Hampton a lot this year. Like we've been, like Vince has been coming down quite a bit, and anyway, they're lovely, lovely people, and the music is incredible, and they're actually working on some new things that sound really great and timeless as well.
Nice.
So Lionsbridge, you're talking about the German All-Star band.
Lionsbridge, they're Hampton. They're like an old school reggae.
Oh, got it.
They're going to be back in the cables at the festival.
Yeah, because Stewie played at an after party last year, and the band was incredible, amazing.
Yeah, they backed Johnny Osborne last year too.
Band. That's right. It was amazing.
Yeah, they were good. Very good. Very good.
I'm in on Bedouin Sound Clash.
Yeah.
I mean, Tim, we had tried to get them another time, and that didn't happen. And I was like, ugh. I saw them, like, God, I don't even know when, it was in LA. I was in LA. I lived in LA at the time. So it was probably like 2005, maybe six. I don't know. They just released their record, and, they were baby band. And I was like, I'm going to go see them because I had their record, because I was buying everything ska at those points. And I was like, oh my God, they're awesome. And I never caught them since. And obviously they've released a lot of records, and, I've had them all, and they go all over the kind of the map with them. And I just like their production, and I like the way they sound. So that one is the one I want to see for sure.
Dunia?
Yeah, I'm trying to pick one. I kind of am excited to see everybody. I really like the conglomerate. I like seeing everyone, and because even if I'd never heard their record, or if like if it didn't hit me right away, usually the live show gets me. So I don't know. I'm gonna be I want to see everyone guy.
I mean, yeah. I mean, listen, Less Than Jake is one of my favorites, and
I've seen them.
I actually haven't seen them a long time. The last time I saw them, we actually recorded them in New Haven.
Oh wow!
We could never put it out, but who knows? Maybe there's something. Maybe there's something that'll happen this year. Spring Hill Jack's going to be there. CT represent all the time.
I'm excited for Joker's Republic to play this. It's going to be fun for them.
I love those guys. I mean, in Skag, we play with them a lot, and they put their time in. They put the effort in. They recorded over there at the Moat House with Roger from Less Than Jake. Nice. And, they take themselves seriously as a band, and like they try so hard, and they put the effort and the time and the work in, and they're always promoting. And like, we just have a good time when we play with them. And I love their record. And it was like, I may or may not have been like, yo, Tim. He's like, yeah, I know. He's like, yeah, I know. They're on my list. I was like, okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm in it for the camaraderie as much as the music. I like the, the thing I love about the ska scene is just like, I can't even call it support exactly. It's just like everybody has noticed that they're weird in similar ways, and it's like, I kind of like that weirdness, that's where I go.
I don't know if it's my imagination, but it seems to me that the bands were really trying to, in a friendly way, outdo each band, brought their A game. I'm going to
they bring the energy.
I'm not sure if because the stages are adjacent or what, but I saw the intensity. Everything, till the band start playing. They
From
just
the first to
they
the
get
last, like
yes,
the first band hits
right.
hard and everybody after that
Yeah,
hits hard.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
great.
noticed
I
that.
mean,
I
Tim,
noticed that.
like we captured that live. Go listen to the Mephistopheles album on any of
Yeah,
your
sick.
listening services. Like that was 2021. There it is, right there.
Yeah, good
And
promo, Mike. He's trying to get rid of those records.
yeah, totally. But I want everybody to hear him because listen, Meth went on early, and it was Tim's kind of hook to like make sure people show up so nobody's hungover and it's like, oh, I'll just mosey on in. It's like, no, Mephistopheles coming out and they're going to rock your socks off. And I think they
Yeah.
may have been like, you know what? We're going to make sure everybody has a difficult time playing the rest of the day because we're going to come out there and we're going to kick everybody in the teeth real early and we're going to get this crowd juiced and everybody's going to remember what's the deal. And we captured that live and, like, I was talking to Greg, the trombone player, Greg Robinson, for the other day, and he was, we still talk about that record and say, hey, and they were like, yeah, man, we came to play, and obviously they did on last year also, but we captured it live, and when you get that, you're like, okay, there we go, that was worth it.
That was one of the first shows after COVID too. That was like 2021, and like everybody getting back together for the first time, and then Mephistopheles comes out at 2:00 and just melts everybody's faces.
That is awesome.
It's hard to follow that. I mean, you do feel sorry for all the bands after.
I remember 2 years ago when I was there, I wanted to go early the first day to see the Scofflaws because they were just they were one of the first bands from the East Coast that I heard when I for them and the Toasters and Bim Scala Bim when I first got into ska.
Mm-hmm.
So I loved them for a while and the Skunks too.
Yeah,
But
Now, Tim, who are you most looking forward to? I mean, I'm not sure if you could actually say that.
Right.
I think it's in contracts. I'm not allowed to. I mean, Cables are up there, and I think probably the polar opposite of the Cables are the Ocho Calacas out of California. Like that band, like I didn't know them last year. I didn't know them at all, and like I met them at the show, and we talked about coming to play this year. And you look at watch their videos, like play that stuff live. It's so good. It's like ska-core.
Mm-hmm.
It's like so heavy.
Yes,
and so cool.
Jose gets to see them all the time.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. I actually saw last weekend one of the singers at one of the shows. Yeah, he was one of the benefits for ICE. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
For
Or against
those
against
affected by
ice.
ICE. I mean,
I
think they have enough support.
What are you
Thank
doing?
Don't.
Wait a minute.
Set the record straight.
Yeah.
We just played with Catch 22, and they may have previewed their set.
Oh.
And
Okay.
I think they're gonna knock some socks off.
Nice.
Because they sounded real good, and then you remember, how many songs they got, right? Like because you're listening to Pandora or any of those streaming services where they come on a lot, and you're like, oh yeah, hit. Oh, it's like, oh man, that's an action-packed set, and that's a full album set. So maybe we'll get something out of that too from the live recording side. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Aren't they New Jersey?
And well, yeah, that's hopefully we don't beat their brains out on Friday night.
You're competition.
Yeah. Well, that's Friday night. Saturday they're not competition. Friday night they are.
Got it.
Now, I want to touch by again on Dunia when you're saying the camaraderie of the people going to the festivals. I started having a little festival buddies that we started. Like some people have a couple from Florida that we coming out. Shout out to
Mohawk Mike.
Them. Oh yeah, and then I'm also a friend from Mexico. He's in Moonstoppers, and we've been going to last year we got going this year, and we've gone to other festivals. We went to Pennsylvania.
This is not Croydon. Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah, we went to that one. So now we're going to go again next year, and we're just going to keep on going, and we're going to get tattoos. Well, two of them already got tattoos. It's like a Supernova.
I got to play Croydon Fest this year. That was cool.
Yes, I know. I was there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're also getting tattoos done and a little like a UFO because of Supernova and stuff. But yeah, the
Yeah,
camaraderie I love it. There's so many people that I have to meet and get pictures of from Facebook friends and all that. Yeah,
totally, totally. No,
yeah.
I think that's like
That's
my
one of the
favorite
things I
part.
noticed myself, the camaraderie, and
Mhm.
people have a burning desire to see the festival grow. I don't
Yes.
ordinarily or necessarily see that at other concerts, but this one, man, people just want to see it grow. I keep hearing that backstage practically the entire weekend. People feel
Yeah,
a part of it. This is our festival. We want to see
Hmm.
this grow.
Hmm.
I mean, it's
yeah.
such a cool vibe.
It
Everyone's
is.
just friendly. Everyone's just
Mhm.
hanging out with each other, and you meet new people. The bands are approachable. It's just amazing. It's probably that's like I talked to you, Tim, like a couple years back, briefly at the beginning when you walk in, and told you, man, this is probably the best festival I've ever been to, and I've been to a lot of fucking festivals, but this one is just because of the people and the vibe and the way that you put it together and the bands.
Hmm.
It's just and the location.
The
Hell,
location. Oh yes.
I
definitely.
mean,
And the
even the
vendors.
food
Oh, the
vendors
food.
are
Yeah.
cool.
Yes. Thank you.
I think
I
it's the
mean,
only
it's
festival on the
amazing.
East
The
Coast
pizza that was
of
amazing
its
last
kind,
time.
right? Isn't it
Yeah,
it's
it's the
the only
biggest East
festival
Coast.
of
Yeah,
its kind?
yeah, I
Hmm.
believe it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Last year you had a pizza guy there. Great. Pulled pork vendor.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
the
And then you have like
vegetarian.
vegan
There's a
options
very
too. I mean, you
yeah,
Oh
just about
yes. Oh
everything. It's
yes.
exactly.
awesome.
And
Yeah.
then
I
of
just
course
had that pizza for dinner.
The German food truck is my. I don't know what it is about the German food. It gets me.
Mm. And then
The
I,
schnitzel.
and I have to have a smoothie also when I go in because I can't have food at the beginning or something. I have to have that something. Yeah, for the smoothies. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
you got to
yeah.
live up to your name, Skanking Force.
I gotta go in
So,
the pit, bro. I gotta go in there.
yeah. Now, Tim, have you ever thought of having a West Coast Supernova Ska Festival? Because we do have places down in San Pedro. I've already scouted them out for you. I know.
Yeah. Well, we were like we had mentioned about doing something in Denver maybe or like every other year, like kind of rotating it or something, but it's hard enough to do it like in one spot where you know what you're already doing and all the the permitting and all the anyway, everything that goes into it. So
Well,
it could be a possibility one year, but yeah, I don't it'd have to be a couple years of planning probably to get it to happen.
Well, you've got myself, Jose, Junior, Eric, lots of other people from here that could definitely, help you out.
oh,
We can
Yeah.
here
get it done.
he's setting up the dumb idea pins right now.
I like to stir the pot.
Boy, if
Oh my
there's
God.
anybody that likes dumb ideas, it's us.
Well, I
Uh,
think if I'm not mistaken, I think California has more festivals than any other states in the union, right?
It
that's
really
kind of
does.
where I was going with that is yeah, you got that's where like we didn't go to Denver because Denver started having a lot of things pop up and then California's got they got a million things already. Like East
Yeah.
Coast is even though the East Coast is starting to get a ton of ska festivals now too. So
Oh, no kidding.
But
yeah.
nothing
Yeah,
like this.
right. It's got Pioneer, Croydon, Scalabama,
Alabama. Yeah.
Buffalo Ska Fest was just
yeah,
last week.
Buffalo. That's
Right,
right.
right. I saw that one.
I got in
Uh,
trouble the other day at the Pioneer Valley one because we
Uh-oh.
were giving away tickets to Supernova, and I may have said that Supernova is the greatest, the best, the biggest ska festival. And I'm pretty sure I got called out on stage, and I was like, "Yeah, what do you think I'm gonna say? Like, sorry, love Pioneer Valley, we're playing here, we love it here, but sorry, number one, sorry,
Damn.
sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. What am I gonna do? Like, I do a lot of
I'm
stuff.
sorry.
that's where all that
I'm
hate mail has
sorry.
been coming from.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if it's hate, blame it on me for sure. My mouth got me in trouble again. Oh well.
Now I don't know if I asked him, but are there any bands that you're on your ska bucket list that you'd love to have on Supernova someday?
um, I mean, it's the same ones you all know. It's obviously Operation Ivy and those kind of bands would be,
Oh yes.
but it's just like whether we could even accommodate like that kind of, and we want to, or it was like we were trying to get Dance Hall Crashers this year, it just didn't work out.
Mhm.
But anyway, it's the Common Rider we tried for that too, or Hippos are one that I always love from back in the day. We'll keep trying on some of these bands for sure.
Cool, cool.
But those are just a few on my list that would be great. I'm glad we got Hepcat when we did. You know, it was like something that it worked out when it did, and you know, like I'm so glad that it everything kind of fell into place for that. We tried to get specials like in 2023. That didn't work out, unfortunately, but we got Lenval or sorry, it's in 20, trying to think of the anyway, years all kind of blend together.
Yeah.
We had Lenval in 2023 that came out. Like we were trying to get the specials like earlier that year, and we didn't know that actually it was like late in December that Terry Hall passed away in 2022, I believe. But we were trying to get them before, and anyway, it's we were actually trying to do something with Linval this year, and that that whole specials tribute thing he was doing in Vegas and LA and with the Agrolites, and he's having surgery. Wish him all the best, but he's having surgery during Supernova, so we were trying to get him out for this year, but that timing's not going to work out, unfortunately. But
the LA show was a success.
It was so good. I saw it in Vegas. That's the only reason I flew out for that, and they were just phenomenal. They just killed it. Like Agrolites were so incredible as a backing band, and Linval he still has it for sure.
Yeah. Now, Rhoda would be amazing. Just get her out
I
here.
was just gonna say that.
And have the steady 45s back.
Yeah, we tried a few years ago, and like the visa issues were like it was not the same kind of issue, but definitely a possibility in the future.
Yeah, we've interviewed a lot of European bands here. No Sports, the Butlers, Black Ritz. Some of those bands that really want to come over and do it.
Oh, I would love to see the Drops from Japan too. It's an all-female ska band from Japan.
Oh, don't know
Which
that.
one though?
The
The
Drops?
Drops?
I haven't heard of them.
Didn't I
like-
send you that
Yeah.
the other day, Tim? I think Greg sent me a video, and he was like,
They're
"These
so
girls
good.
need to be on Supernova."
Yeah, Takako Kayose. She's like I think that's her last name. We've been like we've turned into ska sisters across the ocean, you know.
Nice.
So I would love to see them come over.
Where they're
I
based
mean-
in Japan?
Yeah, Japan, the Drops.
The Drops.
The Drops.
Well, maybe if any administration for the last 30 years can get this visa process
Mm.
dialed in, like, because it was like it's awful, and then it gets more awful.
Mhm.
It's like it's never good, and it's like, yo, just give the tax man wants the money, give him the money. Was out of control army going to come over here and like start, like, what are you afraid they're going to like start hanging out and just staying here? Like, no, it's a band of like 13 people. Like, they literally say out of control army.
Yeah.
They're going to play shows. Like, give the tax man the money and let people come play.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Seriously.
they can't get nothing. They can't get anything straight. These. I hate the government no matter what. So don't get me on my
Right.
soapbox. But
Right?
And it's
it'd be a
getting
lot easier,
it's
and it'd be a
getting
lot.
progressively worse.
But it
getting
goes from worse to worser to
worse
worse
to
to
worse
the
to
worst to
worse.
worst to worst.
Mhm.
And it stops things like this that are good, like bringing cultures together, bringing different
Mhm.
bands over. Like, I mean, the Japanese, they're like in another planet when it comes to performing. I don't know what happens. Like, is it in their water? Is it in
The culture.
the food they
The culture,
eat?
the
Like, I don't know
The
what it is.
culture, everybody practices really hard.
Discipline,
But they're
hard
right,
work,
but they're also
hard work.
right. But not just they're out of their minds. Like, they're so high energy. Like, Hay Smith was like watching a tornado. I remember
love
when I
Hay
saw
Smith. They were
Kamiri
great.
on the Sky Against Racism tour, and I didn't know who they were. And I was like, oh, Toasters, Mustard Plug, Less Than Jake. And they came on stage, and I was like, what the actual fuck are these lunatics doing?
I love Canary.
Like, this is insane. I
Throwing
could
things
never have that much
everywhere.
energy. And then Hay Smith comes up, and so you're just like, man, can we get all these bands over here? Just stop messing around, government. Like,
Yeah, another Japanese one that's really good is Oi Skullmates.
Oh, I don't know them.
Oh, they're
Yeah,
really
we've come close a couple times to pulling the trigger on them. Like last year, we switched with the Hay Smith, but love them for sure.
it's another level that it's like, I don't know what it is, but it's quite amazing. And it's funny to see, especially when they may not understand the language fully, and you see that like kind of connection with the crowd happening in real time,
Mm-hmm.
where like everybody's understanding what's going on, and but there's this language barrier, but they get it. And it's just like you see all those, it's like that aha moment. It's like, yeah, it doesn't matter what language it is or what language you understand. It's just like, here's the language of this and this, the
Yeah.
upbeat of the guitar. And it's like, let's go. Okay,
Yeah.
I get what you're doing. I don't need to understand it necessarily.
Right.
I get the energy, I get the sounds, I get the songs, and it's like, let's go.
I wonder if the Ska Flames are still together or Lapiche. No,
I don't know. No, I don't know. I'm not sure.
get them back together.
So, Mike, what are some of the difficulties you face when doing the audio and video for Supernova?
Some of the difficulties,
Yes.
all of the difficulties. Let's see. Well, one is, right, like we don't announce it until we start selling tickets for the show, right? Because like ultimately we want people to come to the show. Like there's no better way to see it live, and if we live stream it, I get a free ticket down. It's not bad. But one is, can we finance the thing, right? Like it's not an easy thing. I don't own all the gear, so like we have to rent things. The first year we do it coming out of the pandemic, I had a little crew that I worked with from Connecticut, but they were all like young guns getting in the industry. So, obviously they cost less at that point. And then people like started to get jobs and other things. So it becomes that, and the crew we had for that first year was really like solid because I knew them all. And we also took a guy we know from down there, Vincent, and we had that. And then a couple of the guys couldn't come. And then we started taking volunteers, but the volunteers actually work out really well. And now we have this like crew of the students and some really good volunteers. And I bring down Greg to do like a lot of the audio stuff, and my guy Alex, who's like my right hand man, and we get a pretty good product. So like it's the coordination and not knowing some of the variables, and then really just having to decide a lot of things on the fly, which I guess to my chagrin sometimes happens to be where I operate best. Not necessarily sailing the Titanic, but like plugging the holes on it.
All right.
And then we get up on the stream and everybody's like, oh, this stream's awesome. It's great. And, the chat is going and I'm like, it's like, hey, is that connected over there? And so it's crazy. And like, I don't know, last year, I remember seeing Joe Gittleman, and I must have ran by like 10 or 12 times. Finally, he was like, Mike. And I was like, Joe, what's up? He's like, what are you doing? You run by like 12 times. I was like, yeah, Joe, it's the most exercise that I've got running in probably 7 months. And, this is going wrong. That's going wrong. The wireless camera, right? So that one of our best things about doing the live stream is we get access, right? Because we're not, it's not at that pretentious level of bands where you would have to have like a really good like in to get on stage, but we have that really good in. So we get on stage with a wireless camera on a Ronin, a Steadicam. So we get to do like stupid things like that. Like that, you don't get that access at other festivals. And that thing, when you set it up, like wireless works well, right? When you throw 3,500 people next to it, everybody starts eating up the wireless frequencies. Like there's just a density. So you get a lot of those kind of issues. And then when you're up near the stage with even our headsets on, like our headsets aren't that pro, but even the pro ones, you can't hear shit because it's loud. So you're trying to communicate from back in the booth, yelling at the top of your lungs, remembering you have a microphone, and they're like, what? Oh yeah, hey, move the thing, move the antenna, move it, and it's like, you walk away and you can't talk.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
you know, is what it is. Like that's the world I come from. I worked in
wow.
reality television for
Mhm.
20 plus years. I do live TV for sports. It's kind of where I find some sort of comfortability, but it is chaos.
But
And
I bet a live concert is more chaotic and
Oh, I
challenging.
bet. Oh,
Well, it
there is,
depends.
because
Like,
there's some less setup time, and you're also worrying about, like, when we get there on Thursday, like the stages aren't even up. They're not even out of
yeah.
the coffers, you know?
Mm.
And then you've got to do that. Then the banner's got to go up. Then the lights got to go up. Then all these other variables go up. And there's so many things that move at the same time.
Hmm.
And some things don't get set up fast enough. And then you've got to get a shot. And then, our friends from Denver love their flag. I'm just busting stones
In
now.
Michigan, right there.
In Michigan, I'm sure there's going to be so many flags. And I might have a little pellet shooter, like, where I just start poking holes in them, Or I go,
Look at Dunia's eyes.
I have Dunia go, okay, look, I'm going to give you the go ahead. All the flags can go, but now 3 minutes later, you got to all stand to the side so we can get some camera shots.
Yeah, that's real.
But it's just the constant nature of, like Junior was mentioning this, right? Like the constant nature, it's like back to back to back to back to back to back. No rest for the wicked.
Right.
And so when you're solving a problem, it's in real time.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So if you're watching the stream and all of a sudden you just see like a wide shot, or you see the same static shots, it's because something went down and we're trying to fix it so we can get that awesome shot back for you. But, sometimes that happens.
It's a
Yeah.
good thing you mentioned that
Exciting.
flag, because Jose was thinking about bringing a California flag.
Hey, listen, I'm not tossing hate on the flags. If you feel somebody tap you on the shoulder, we'll show
Put
you
it
where to move,
down.
where you can still wave the flag, but it won't cover the lead singer, because it's in their rider that they got to get so much camera time, because we have a lot of pretentious ska guys, right? I'm kidding.
And that's one of the things that I noticed and really appreciated and loved, the flags from the various states.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
I've never seen that before.
and we use those. Like, I love it. Like, here's what we don't like: a flag standing in the middle of the stage just
Right.
waving. If the
Yeah.
flag goes across the camera like this, it's the greatest thing in the world. It looks awesome. Or we can use the flag like to hide behind with the camera and it rolls off, right? Like, that's the stuff that we like.
Mhm.
So we just got to play nice, and but that's you can't like stop that at the beginning.
Right.
You have to deal with it while it's there. So yeah, hey, can you move here? Or just keep passing through. Great, like we love it, but you can't just say, hey, no flags, because A, that's not
It's
fun,
part of the
and
right.
B,
Yeah.
it actually looks cool,
It
Yeah.
does actually
Yeah.
look cool.
Yeah. Now, I was actually kind of thinking, like, in the army, they have like little ribbons that they hang on the flags. Like, maybe they could be like a ribbon for like each event that the flag is at, like each
Oh, that's a
Supernova,
cool idea.
you know, uh, you know, to attach to it. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
I kind of want everybody, like, I want everybody under everybody else's flag. Like, if you're even if you're not from Denver, like, wave that Denver flag.
Well,
Even if you're not from Michigan.
not saying anything, but like, I know that there's this band, Sergeant Skag, that likes to have wars with certain various weapons, where flags can help get a team together, right? Like,
You're right. You're right.
there's a lot of war we can make.
Yes.
Why
We
our
can make
insurance
a little.
premium went up this month.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Now, Tim, can you walk us through what a year of planning Supernova looks like, from like the first idea to the final performance? How many people does it take, and what roles are most crucial?
Well, it starts right now.
Literally.
I mean, it's kind of a slow roll in the beginning. It's we get our band, start thinking about them like late in the fall, and start signing them like early in the year, and permits go in like March, April timeframe. And that's like generally it's just that I run some things by Mike. I run some things by the Supernova Alliance board, the like kind of thoughts that we're thinking about. And it really starts to get busy in the summertime with promotion and getting the flyers together and getting the final band list together and the wristbands with, Crees and all that should have been done in like June or July. And we're like, trying to get all together like in the next couple of days. So it's, we're behind this year, but, normally that would be in the summer and we just kind of would, slow roll and be ordering all the stage banners and permits and, getting everything together. Like everything should be together by this point, a month out, so we're a little bit behind schedule this year, but, it's all coming together now. And it's a ton of volunteers, as Mike mentioned. I think we've got like over 100 volunteers already that have volunteered for everything from checking wristbands to helping with the live stream to helping feed the bands. So it's
The
kind of
volunteer
coordinating with all
scene
of them.
is very strong.
The
Volunteer game
volunteers
is
also
super
that
strong.
clean up after
Yeah.
the event. Because like last year, I accidentally lost my wallet and somebody found it. Luckily,
See?
I'm like,
That's
oh,
what we're.
thank God,
But
somebody
that's
I
the
remember that.
culture. That's
Oh
the
my
culture of
God,
the festival.
yeah. I
Yeah.
was like stressing, but somebody was like assured me like, don't worry, it will be found. Just enjoy the night. Just keep going. I'm like, all right, thank you,
Welcome
man.
to Supernova.
Yes, yeah,
Seriously,
yeah.
it's the culture of the
Cheers.
festival.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and everybody was cool, and yeah, it was found.
Mhm.
So props to them. Thank you.
Mhm.
And the most important to me, besides my people on the live stream, is you want to talk about feeding an army?
Oh, Annie. Yeah.
And it's feeding that many people
And
in
feed
that
the
short
scene to get
a
like
period.
together.
Oh, Rachel saves my butt every morning with I never drink hot tea, rarely, in the morning, maybe at night,
Yeah.
but in the morning, every time I walk in, like I go over there, I'm like, yo, hook it up. I can't even talk,
Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
and Rachel
Yeah,
hooks
those
it up.
two women.
You want to give her a shout out, Rachel Taft,
Oh,
and her
I mean,
company?
Yeah. All the
Rachel,
shouts out, Rachel.
yeah. Yeah, Rachel
Yeah.
feeds the scene and does so much more, and she's always down for whatever. And it sounds like she's got some sort of establishment brewing. So I hope that goes well. And for me, I'd do anything I can do to help her because she's no joke. It's like when you have somebody like her that can step in and do those things to make bands' lives just slightly better. And then you got Tim, who makes them a lot better because he pays them a lots of money.
And then Annie
And
Clements
starts this
just
festival.
being
Starts
and
this
Annie
festival.
Clements is just like a dreamy dream of a person also.
Annie,
Yeah,
she
the
feeds like about
silent.
250 people a day. It's crazy.
Yeah, Chapman's
Yeah.
DC.
Wow.
Yeah, we
And
have like real serious like the people that help the bands are like superheroes in real life.
Mhm.
because the bands can come to this festival and it's the fine line between a festival and and regular shows or hanging out with their friends, right? Like they're treated well, right?
Yeah,
A-
absolutely.
and that helps when they're performing, and it also helps to like people have a good time when they come. And most of the time they're easygoing because they're treated well. And there isn't a lot of, drama.
Right.
There's some, but not a lot.
Right. Now, Tim, before Supernova, you had a long career in the Air Force, in the State Department, I believe. And how did your background and skills from those experiences help you organize a music festival?
Oh, I mean, I was in the Air Force for 10 years and worked for the U.S. State Department. I've ran music festivals in places like Pakistan. So
Wow.
after doing things like that, it's like, it doesn't seem so hard in Virginia to do something. I was running conferences in like Iraq and Afghanistan. So it's like the kind of level. Anyway, you take security serious, but it's like nothing compared to where, you've got the ISIS and the Taliban like coming after you. So like there are issues for sure. There's challenges and there's a lot of headaches, but it's, people freak out and it's like, okay, what are you freaking out about? It's like, as long as it's not, we can work out most anything, but don't be screaming. Don't be, like take it down a notch. Like don't freak out, no drama. And
Okay.
Mike and I are kind of the same wavelength on that.
Okay. Cool. When I was in Iraq in 2004, we heard that Britney Spears was going to come into town, but it never happened. Was that you?
She was there.
She was there. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
In our camp, it was like in our camp, it was like a rumor, like she was going to come, but yeah, she never came. Yeah.
Sorry. No, that wasn't me.
Oh, wow.
Now, we got one last question for you here. I think actually you had one more, right? About what would they queue up? Or no? Forget.
I do have like any
okay,
funny audience stories, and like anybody being silly or asked a silly question at the festival.
Or a dumbass question? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Well, I like the shark blow-up suits. That was funny to me.
That's great.
Well, that may have been what I was talking about with the Skag set that some people put together on their own. So we'll see. Maybe we'll see more.
The blow-up suits are the way. I really like inflatable costumes, man.
Maybe there'll be a whole bunch of them.
I really love them. That's
maybe
good.
I would be in one.
I'm with it.
The funny thing is the EMS people reached out like a couple days ago, and they're concerned about the Sergeant Skag set from a heat exhaustion standpoint.
Oh,
they should be
brought it
concerned.
up. They brought it up and like these like anyway like emergency medical.
I just have one polite request for Tim and Mike that you keep the wind down this year. I can't get any more.
Mike, can you bring that wall when you come?
Yeah, I'm going to bring a whole windscreen. 100, the size of a football field.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to coming back. Great excitement.
You know what was crazy when we had that big monster tower?
Last year?
The VIP?
The VIP?
Well, I think it was it? Yeah, it must have been last year that we tried to put a camera up there, and it was like, and even the year before, and it was like, if you want to talk about wind, it was like, it was scary to be up there. I don't know how those people were up there. Like they're like, I remember Voodoo, the other Voodoo went up there.
Yeah, he climbed up there.
He went up there.
What's his name went up
through
there.
the set. It was awesome.
That was crazy.
And nobody, like, it was so windy up there. It was scary.
And I think Tokyo Ska went up there and was taking pictures.
There was a lot of wind.
It wasn't
up there.
as windy as in 2023, but last year, remember we put up the Greg Lee banners on there?
Oh,
yeah. And it was like, we put them up and it was like, you could feel it. And it's like, nope, dropping those right back down. And I think we were still
I still got a photo of it. I got that brief moment.
Yeah.
Will there be a banner this year saluting anyone who joined your ancestor?
We're actually gonna do. I got to figure out. We'll get them back, but we're doing like each day is gonna have a different coin, like a brass coin that we're doing.
Ooh.
Oh, you do a challenge coin?
Like a challenge coin, yeah. Oh! So like each day, the first day will be like a first wave of ska, and anyway, second day will be second and third, but it'll be Greg will be on the third day, and Terry Hall. And Studio One, Cox and Dodd, like on number one.
Nice.
That is nice.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's real dope.
I know Jose and Mida Goodwin are doing the challenge coin things too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you hear from Mida? Is that
I just talked to him like right before the show.
And you made the show?
It was email.
That boy could talk.
It was email.
His email, he said.
He's got a lot of good things to say, though.
Cool.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the last question here. Any last words for the festival fans out there and the viewers of this channel from each of you, please?
Yeah, come out and support Supernova. It's really and truly important. We don't want to see ska go the way of the dinosaurs. So it's your obligation and your responsibility to support. And Professor, good friend of mine, and Tungela Masalela, he said, if you don't support, it will die. It goes for any culture, whether it's jazz, blues, any kind of music that you don't spend your money and support will die.
And yeah, if you think it's not you, it's you. It's got to be you. You know, bring your joy in like full force, because that's our most powerful weapon.
I guess I'm going to talk my own book, but when the tickets drop, get them for the live stream, because if we can put on a good show for Veeps and they can make some money off this, right? Like, and they can give us a platform, a bigger platform, we can then attract bigger artists. And then when you watch the live stream this year, you can say, oh shit, I'm missing out on the actual show. And then we get bigger artists and you come down next year and say, oh, wow. And then the next person watches the live stream and says the same thing. So we're going to try and put out the best product we can. We got the camera we're getting on stage. We get an artist's face. We have our wireless drone for the back half of the day. I mean, the little festival that will. And we're going to put out that product. And maybe we'll try some new stuff with doing our own mix. I don't know. It's going to be chaos. But when you tune into the live stream, if you can't get to Supernova, because there's still tickets, you can still get your butt down there. If you can't, get the live stream tickets when they come up on Veeps.com. You'll see them all over the internet, and enjoy. Sit back, pop open a few bottles if you drink, get some food if you don't drink. Act like you're there, because it's going to sound and feel like you're there.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah, and we've still got we've got an incredible lineup out where we're at the beach, camping close by, cheap, to come and spend the night and hang out for the weekend. And we're going to have a great show. And like Mike said, if you can't come in person, join the Veeps, and it'll be incredible there as well. Thank you guys for having us.
Well, thank you all. We really appreciate the time that you took out, talking to us away from your families and speaking about this amazing festival that you guys are all a part of and put together. Hold on real quick. We're just going to ask you a question right after, but want to thank you for everything. We will see you all in a few weeks.
Yay.
Indeed.
Bye.
Hello, Skankers. Jose here, aka Skanking Force. Would you like to win a free Ska Box? It's as easy as following Ska Box Rocks and Sniff Dog Records on Instagram and Facebook. And subscribe to Ska History Hour on YouTube and comment Ska Box Rocks in any video to enter. Good luck!